Hey, what's up, gang? Welcome to another episode of Versus. We got a crazy show for you tonight. We just had a bunch of false starts, had a little bit of technical difficulties, but hey, it happens, you know? So, but the good news is we're going to have a crazy show for you today because we've got a crazy lineup. Yeah, we do. It's nuts. And I think you already know what it is because you've been looking at these thumbnails for a while. But before we get into that, guys, do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe, smash that like button, like they say, and tell your friends about us. When you hit the like, helps us in the algorithm. When you hit subscribe and hit the reminder button, that helps you know when we're going to be on again. Guys, holy crap. Jaws versus Sharknado. I said it. Jaws versus Sharknado. Holy crap. Before I can get into talking about this colossal lineup of movies, I need my buddy, my cohort, my partner in crime, Curtis. Curtis, how you doing?
I'm doing spectacular.
Dude, what a colossal build-up and failure of an intro that we had today. We had a lot of fun earlier on the earlier stream, so you know I'm gonna say it's okay. What do you think?
Yeah, the internet gods were a little mad at us, but that's the way love goes. Baby.
I mean,
that's just how it is.
You know, I could get upset. I could jump up and now my chair's broken. What the hell's going on? All right, I could get upset, or we could just go with it. And I've elected to go with it. Let's see how many we got. We got 4 or 5 in the chat. It is growing. It's growing because what a lineup! Sharknado versus Jaws. Jaws versus Sharknado. I said it, guys. Jaws. Sharknado. Where the fuck is Sharknado?
Oh my god.
Dude, this is an embarrassing failure.
It's saying a thing, or it's saying it all without.
It's saying Jaws, but where the hell is Sharknado?
It's on the victory table already.
Dude, this is really bumming me out. Okay, all right. Jaws versus Sharknado. What the hell is going on? There is Mercury in retrograde? Mercury retrograde, which means absolutely nothing. Do you think the line of sight between here and Mercury and the placement of the sun and the Earth has anything to do with Sharknado showing up on my graphics?
Yes, totally, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, you said it. Holy crap. Let's talk to the chat. There's no one in the chat. We got 5 watching, none talking. I think 2 of them are us. We've had a failed 3 false starts. We've had a graphic disappear. We have a disco ball that's hooked onto nothing. And boy, it's a good time to be alive because Jaws versus Sharknado is probably the most iconic, legendary lineup that I could even imagine. Like I watched Jaws this week in the theater. Steven Spielberg. I watched it in the theater in IMAX. Like we decided to do this, and then it's almost like we knew that it was in the theater. Did you know this, Curtis?
I had heard something. I didn't think it still was, but yeah, I had heard that it was coming back to theaters, but I didn't think it was still in theaters, and obviously it was.
Obviously, it was. Well, dude, I started looking up Jaws. Okay, and I was like, all right, I could stream that, no problem. And then I don't know. I think I was listening to another show, and somebody talked about seeing it in IMAX. I go, what? And it makes sense because right now we're in a time where a lot of movies aren't coming out.
Right.
A lot of movies are in post-production and about to come out. We're about to experience all kinds of movies, but because of the pandemic, the way everything's gone down, not a lot of movies are out, and there's going to be a lot of Christmas movies, and right now it's a dry spell. And
to be fair, September's a dump month. Like,
yeah,
they
well, I don't know why. I just saw a video about a fight that Mike Tyson did with this big old guy, and he was trying to be Muhammad Ali in the press like, when they go in there and they talk press, like
the way in.
Yeah, and he's sitting there, he's like, blah blah blah. If you don't think I can beat Mike Tyson, you got a big dump in your pants. And it was hilarious. And you just
Okay.
when you said it's a dump month, I just got a flashback because I was like, what a weird freaking dude. That's how you express, like, you suck. He's just like, if you don't think I can do this, you got a big dump in your pants. It was really bizarre. Anyway, I don't know why I brought that up. But yeah. Jaws versus Sharknado. Steven Spielberg versus
Anthony something or other.
Anthony C. Ferrante. And boy, Jaws, what a great movie, man. Jaws is a fantastic movie. I'd seen Jaws at home. I saw Jaws at the Alamo on an old small screen, but seeing Jaws at IMAX, wow. Like, if you get a chance to go see Jaws in IMAX, and I didn't get to see it in 4D. 4D is where your chair moves around too. I think I'm going to go do that also before it's too late. With the 3D glasses and your chair moving around. This, just normal D, but it was an IMAX and it was gigantic and it was a lot of fun, and the jump scares and stuff in that movie were really fun. Curtis, did you see Jaws or Sharknado in IMAX?
I did not.
I think you'd have a big dump in your pants if you saw Sharknado in IMAX.
I wish I would have. Like, yeah, that would have been amazing. I wanted, once you posted that Jaws was in IMAX, I kind of wanted to go see it, but with the kids and stuff, I just didn't see it being an impossibility. So I do own the DVD, and to those out there shopping for the DVD or the Blu-ray on Amazon, I was like, okay, look at this. It's a collection. And I thought it was Jaws 1, 2, and 3D. Well, I bought that collection, and it's just Jaws 2, 3D, and Jaws Revenge. It's not the original Jaws, so I had to buy another DVD to get the original Jaws. And watch it at home.
Much to your chagrin. That sucks.
Yeah, like all of the So I probably still ended up spending more than seeing it at IMAX. So I probably should have just went and saw it at IMAX. So.
All right. Well, Jaws versus Sharknado. We got a few people. If you're out in the chat, be sure to say hello. Let us know you're there. And what a crazy time. I'm kind of dragging because I'm giving people that tried to tap into our other streams. We had like 3 failed streams. Yeah. I'm trying to give them a second to figure out that, like, hey guys, that this isn't happening. I'm like, should I delete?
This is the real deal.
This is the real deal. Like, we're here. This is live. It's happening. I wonder. I'm gonna look real quick at my channel.
Now, while we're here, Jaws on IMDb has an 8.1 out of 10 rating, basically an 80%. Sharknado has a 3.3 out of 10.
What the hell?
30%. That is not fair by any means. I don't think.
And we're going to spend the next 2 hours proving that.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. Uh, and a lot of people would say, "Why would you put Jaws, something like Jaws, up against Sharknado?" Well, in case you don't know, as of I believe it was 2017, Sharknado, the once joke film, has officially become the most successful movie franchise of all time.
I
The
still don't
4-year-old
believe that.
franchise on July 11th made $4.503 billion in total franchise gross, beating Disney Pixar's 4.502 according to filmsite.org. So I tried looking it up for this year to see if it was still correct. I could not find that information, but at one time, at least, and it is as of right now until it's disproven, Sharknado is the most successful franchise of all time. But it makes sense too because they make their movies for like $2 million, and then they make they've made billions of dollars off of like $5 million of a making, production value.
I still don't believe that shit.
Let's say every movie, okay, there's 6 of them. Let's say every movie costs $2 million. That's $12 million. And they've made almost $5 billion off of it.
I don't think that's true. I don't think the 5 billion number, I think some site made that up and it comes up in the Google results. So when you ask Alexa, what is the most successful thing? It'll just go scour the internet, and some satire like Joke the Onion site says, Sharknado made $5 billion. I don't believe it. I'm calling bullshit.
No, sir.
Yeah.
So that is reporting from
I'm calling
Alexa
bullshit.
Answers. And
Alexa
also
Answers.
Reporting from, well, yeah, that one is Vox.com. Also,
there's no way they made $5 billion.
But that's the thing. You've got to think. So these movies are they're just sci-fi movies here, and what they get in advertising is probably a lot of money after the first one. So there's a great documentary on Peacock actually called Feeding Frenzy, and it's a documentary about the Sharknado films, and it talks about them. And nobody expected the first one to do anything, and in fact, the actors were there, and they got cast when it was called Dark Skies. So it was the same exact movie, but it was called Dark Skies. And so they jumped on, they did the movie, and they're like, we're changing it to Sharknado. It had been Sharknado from the beginning, but literally when they were casting for Sharknado, everyone turned it down. They're like, this is going to be stupid. Well, they changed the movie to Dark Skies, just the title, and all these actors jumped on. And Ian Zierling, or whatever his name is Ian. They say Ian, but Ian. I'm telling him how to pronounce his name, but he's on there, and he's like, I wasn't going to do the movie. And they the actors almost protested and said, we're not going to do a movie called Sharknado. And they're like, this is what it's going to be, and it just happened. And it was this huge mega hit. Sharknado was this huge mega. So the first one was this flash in the pan thing. And then with each subsequent sequel, they have released in theaters overseas and stuff like that. Like, for us, it's just a sci-fi movie, but the amount of advertising that is involved with all that, like after it was this mega success, I mean, I could see them making a lot of money.
I'm still calling bullshit, dude. I don't think they made $4 billion. I don't think it's possible. 200 million?
Okay.
Sure. But I still don't believe it. And I keep looking for sources, and I'm like, oh, okay. And like, how much did they make? And it was like a student run source. I'm like, where's the real thing? Where Wired, that's pretty legit. I'm looking there.
Yeah.
Has nearly quadrupled revenue over the past 3 years. Okay. Cheesy Sci-Fi Channel thriller Sharknado drummed up some blah, 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 a whole bunch of buzz. Blah, 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 blah. Show me. Oh, there we go. Burbank-based studio Asylum was generating $5 million per year in annual revenue in 2009. When Wired Damn pop-ups. When Wired profiled the maker of unashamedly cheesy, low-budget impulse watch movies in a magazine feature, sales continued at roughly the rate in 2010. Blah 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 blah. Before beginning a steady ascent that has the Asylum on track for an estimated 19 million in revenue this year. Okay, 19. That's way off of 5 billion. 19 million. I know people that have 19 million dollars. The growth of the last 4 years, blah 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 blah. I really think that that's like a joke article. I don't believe it's real.
That's the Asylum is a production company. That's how much they made, and like they even talk about in the documentary. They're like, we make enough money that they like the Asylum. They say never turns a profit. Okay, and they say it in the documentary that we make enough money to keep making, cheesy movies and keep people employed. That's what we do.
Right.
And then, but doesn't mean other people didn't make money off of it. Like NBC owns Sci-Fi and stuff like that, and it was on like Sharknado was on the Today Show and stuff like that. It was, there was money made off of this. Doesn't mean the production company got it all, but like.
Yeah, I feel like it is some careful wording. It's like the most successful shark movie directed by a left-handed director.
No,
I do not believe Sharknado made $4 or $5 billion. I don't believe they made $1 billion.
Franchise.
I don't believe that either. I don't think they touch Marvel.
Boom. Well, yeah, I mean, it says Disney
it's
Pixar,
not possible.
but I mean, like
Avatar. I don't think they beat Avatar. There's no way. It's got to be a joke.
That's not a franchise though. Avatar is not a franchise yet. Snap. Boom.
Do they have a second one already in the can?
It's not out yet.
Yeah,
it's not out yet.
Even so, Endgame, Marvel. Like, do you really think they beat Marvel?
With Marvel, like I don't know how they define, but again,
Marvel hasn't made $4 billion
because they spend. That's what I mean, and they say gross,
well, they have on separate movies. That's a lie, but yeah, go ahead.
Because I was going to say that they say gross, but it seems more like net. I don't know, like but I mean I don't know, but by any regards, for some trash movie, it's entirely and completely successful. The world knows about Sharknado, and it was just something that they were like, "Hey, let's put this on Sci-Fi in a couple months."
I really think it's some prankster that like snakes on a plane kind of a mentality is like made a satire article about it because it's hard to believe that. Hey, we got people in the fucking chat.
Well, hello. We got Bobby. We got Angie. Oh, Bobby or Angie, you gotta see Sharknado.
Marvel
is taking over Disney. Yes, it is spectacular. It is.
Well, do we have any trivia for?
Hello, Mel.
Hey, Mel's here too. I'm glad you guys found us. We tried to start this stream multiple times. We kept having failures. Stream, what I like to call stream failure. Or actually, in our case, it was extreme failure.
Snap.
Oh, snap. You got some trivia for me? I will do a little bit of Jaws trivia right now. Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss could not stand each other, and the two argued all the time, which resulted in some good tension between Hooper and Quint. I believe that. You could feel the tension.
I agree.
Yeah. And both are outstanding actors too. You got some trivia for me? You had like the death eyes there for a second.
Yeah. I've got my oh my God. Sharknado was shot in 18 days. Steve Guttenberg was offered the lead role as Finn Shepard, but turned it down. When the film became a cult hit, Guttenberg regretted it to the point he accepted a role in Sci-Fi's La Valantula a movie about giant fire-breathing tarantulas that attack Los Angeles. Your turn.
All right, let's see. According to writer Carl Gottlieb, the line "you're going to need a bigger boat" was not scripted, but was ad-libbed by Roy Scheider.
Wow,
The
that's
best
great.
line
That
in the
makes it
movie.
even better.
Yeah.
Ian Zierling openly admitted he disliked the script, but agreed to star in the film anyway for financial reasons. He was about to become a father for the second time and needed to make a certain amount of money within the calendar year in order to qualify for the Screen Actors Guild health insurance. Yeah, they said they talked about that in the documentary. He was like, I'm not going to be in this fucking movie, and his wife was like, we're about to have another kid. You're about to lose your insurance. You're going to be in that movie, and he was like, okay, I'm going to be in this movie.
Who is this?
The main character, Ian Zierling, the
Yeah.
90210 guy.
Sent them to chat, Curtis.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, police cat Gutenberg is awesome. Steven Gutenberg. I don't know what that means. But composer John Williams, I almost went to go see John Williams last weekend in L.A. He played at the Hollywood Bowl. Most iconic conductor maybe ever. Like, as far as soundtracks for sure ever. But like Jaws music, Indiana Jones, bum ba dum bum, Superman, bum ba ba bum ba bum, Star Wars, dun dun dun, like all the good stuff. He did it. Like the Jaws, dun bum 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 bum, all the good stuff was John Williams, and he does every year does a concert at the Hollywood Bowl. Does 2 nights. He's got a kind of a protege. He was a protege of this other conductor, and that conductor, who he was a student of, his son is either friends with or a protege of John Williams. John Williams is in his 90s now. He's too old to be standing up for a 3-hour concert. So he'll go up and start the show and play several songs, and then he'll go back and sit down. He's like, I think he's 93, and this other guy who's a family friend, the son of his mentor, conducts the rest of the show. And then when it's like, hey, I love the Imperial March, I'm gonna get up for this song, boom boom boom,
Yeah.
and then he goes back and sits down. He's 93, I think. He's super old. So I heard he just retired. He did his last Star Wars thing. He did a Obi-Wan theme for the Obi-Wan series, and I heard that this was going to be his last concert, and at least for the yearly things. He's getting up there, and man, I came this close. I was about to book plane tickets to go, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to either cancel the show last week. I'll have to either cancel the show, or I'll have to maybe broadcast from a hotel room in L.A. or something. And I came this close to going, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to wait till tomorrow when the whiskey wears off, and then I'll see. I don't want to buy plane tickets when I'm whiskeyed up, and it was late at night. And the next day I said, dude, I have way too much going on this weekend. I can't go. But it's a bucket list item. I hope this wasn't his last weekend. And if he does this next year, I'll definitely go see it, because all of my favorite themes, and it's just one of those things that, like, it's just a bucket list item, and I kind of wish I'd have gone, but there's hopefully next year. Hopefully next year he says, hey, I got one more in me. But anyway, let's get into game time, man. Let's
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Points, guys. You know how the points work, right there. Jaws has sharks. Sharknado has NATOs. So, let's get into the first question. Pow! Best cast. Who had the best cast? Gosh, oh gosh. Gosh, oh gosh. Roy Scheider, Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw, Lorraine Gary, Susan Beck. There's a lot of people that I don't know because this is an older movie. But holy cow, just Richard Dreyfuss alone would knock most people out. But look at this. I'm just what?
You're just amazed by Richard Dreyfuss. You just like last week in Stand By Me, you're like, Richard Dreyfuss. It's got Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, man. Mr. Holland's Opus. What do you got to get? What do you got about Mr. Holland?
You're just like
Mr. Holland's Opus.
Oh my God, it's Richard Dreyfuss.
You don't like Richard Dreyfuss? What About Bob?
I think he's fine.
He's the doctor from What About Bob.
He's wonderful in What About Bob. But again, who would think of What About Bob and think Richard Dreyfuss?
Me?
You.
Is this some radical?
Everybody else is like Bill Murray.
Well, duh.
But
like,
yeah.
Is this some radical new therapy? Ah, it's Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah, but then again, you got Ian Ziering, Tara Reid.
That's right.
I will take your Richard Dreyfuss and match you with a Tara Reid. Oh boy.
Or Ian Ziering. Or that one guy with the face.
John Hurd?
Yeah. And
John Hurd's the dad on Home Alone. How could you not bring him up? Kevin?
I just didn't know his name. But yeah, the dad on Home Alone. You've got the other girl.
Uh-huh.
She's awesome. And you've got I mean, come on.
Who's
That's
gonna
more
win
than
this
Richard
one?
Dreyfuss.
Who's gonna win
more
this
than
one?
Richard Dreyfuss. For cast, I think Sharknado's
You think
got to
Sharknado?
go with it. I mean, you got Richard Dreyfuss. That's a heavy hitter. But we got Tara Reid and Ian Ziering. And Home Alone dude. And Home Alone dude.
What about Lorraine Gary? What about Bob?
I mean, we can talk about acting in a minute, but
you got Roy Scheider was in The French Connection, in Blue Thunder, dude, just that. He was in The Punisher.
He was?
Yeah, 2004.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, let me get all up on that. I love the 2004 Punisher.
Of course you do. It's The Punisher.
Frank Castle. Oh, yeah. That's right. He played his dad.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Jaws wins. Okay. Fair enough.
Just for being involved with Punisher, like you get a pass.
Yeah,
I
love the Thomas Jane Punisher. Hell yeah.
What does Robert Shaw have under his belt? Let's see here.
I think he was in Orca.
He was in The Sting with Jackie Gleason. From Russia with Love with Sean Connery.
I mean,
he was in Jaws.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's quite a.
And then a bazillion things before that, but I have no idea what they are.
So what are you saying? You think are you still battling for Sharknado?
The heaviest hitter Sharknado's got is Tara Reid. Honestly,
Ian Ziering's from 90210.
He is, but so is Tara Reid. Probably, I don't Now Tara Reid's it.
Jaws gets it. Let's move forward.
Yeah, Jaws gets it.
All right, you know the rules, guys.
Bada boom, bada bing.
All right. Okay, and then that puts us to acting. Which movie had better acting?
This one, sadly, I have to give to Jaws as well. although most of the cast I did not know, they did spectacular in their jobs. Of course, Roy Schreiber and Robert Shaw did great. Uh, what about Bob Face is always good. Uh, Richard Dreyfuss, there you go.
Yeah.
But honestly, like wifey, Brody's wife, like she was just so lovely and wonderful. Like she was just, I mean, like the Jaws cast really nailed it. Not to say that the Sharknado cast did not. However, acting I've got to give to Jaws.
All right. How about this?
One thing about a shark, he's got
Hey, get out of here, Clint.
lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eye. When he comes at you, he doesn't seem to be living until he bites you, and those black eyes roll over white, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming.
And
Well, you made a good point. After that, I got to give it to the Sharknado.
I'm trying to figure out why I'm on the screen here. I'm like, why am I on here?
Because the camera loves you.
What a bummer. So yeah, we got to give that to points. It's a professional operation we got going on today.
Oh, look, Wifey McGee chimes in and she says Jaws had better acting. Oh, wow.
Oh, that was
Look at
nice.
That is very nice.
I'm having a electronic failure here.
Electrons can neither fail nor succeed. They just do what they do. It's not a win or lose process. Clint, I'm just
This is
informing you
weird.
of this.
Yep. There we go. Now, this thing's weird. Okay. Boom.
Oh my god.
What a lead. All right.
Don't worry, it's coming.
Acting. All right. Who had better characters?
Who had better characters?
Yeah.
Easy. Sharknado.
Yeah?
Sharknado.
You think?
Yes.
I mean, you have the mayor in Jaws. You got the police. What's going on here? You got the crazy scientist, and you have the crazy fisherman. That's a pretty good cast of characters.
Yes. However, in Sharknado, you have the
Bobby
you
coming
have
in hot.
the pro fisherman, his Australian buddy. You have Nova, the chick that's in love with him, kind of slightly. You have his ex-wife, and then you have his daughter, and then you learn about his son, and then there's also Home Alone guy, the drunk bar patron.
He's the only
Like,
real
got,
compelling character of the whole show.
I don't know, the Aussie guy. Like, you could see a show. Like, he is good.
I guess. Huh.
Or he's not Aussie. He's Tasmanian. He makes a point of that.
No, yeah.
But like, I mean, like, no, all those characters like that, they die quickly. But like, you know, it does have more characters. It's got better. You know, I want to follow it. Like, I want to see like a lot of their story. Whereas Jaws is like, hey, you live in this town. If the shark's not there, like, what's going on?
Guys in the
what's
chat,
going on?
who do you think has better characters?
If the shark's not there, do you want to watch another Jaws movie? I mean, there's 4 Jaws movies, but if the shark's not there, you want to watch those movies?
do you
Phil
want?
says the best way to tell if you could spin off a series based on each character. I'm in. I'm going in with Jaws, dude. Phil, like honestly, like you won't watch any of those
Jaws.
characters
Everybody's saying
if
Jaws.
Jaws isn't there. I mean,
Do you want to
fair
watch
enough, but
a USA B movie about Tara Reid spinoff, or do you want to watch?
yes, I do.
Or do you want to
Yes.
watch a prequel about the fisherman,
Where he goes and captures other sharks
or when he was in the water?
getting eaten by sharks.
Yeah, or some of the adventures of Richard Dreyfuss as the harpooning stallion.
The rich college kid guy.
You just don't like him because he's a rich college kid. I know your tricks.
That's right.
The reoccurring girl from the belly of the beast at the end. In Sharknado, you mean?
Yes. No, yeah.
Now
she's talking
her,
about
I would
Nova.
watch a
That's
show about
right.
her. I would watch a show about.
Everybody wants to see. Yeah, I want to see Nova's show. Yeah.
Well, this goes into spin-off territory when we talk about sequels. So we'll get into that here in a minute. So
I think Jaws won better characters.
I think so too.
Like,
So we're So fucking get it together, Sharknado.
No,
Yep. Get it together, Sharknado.
Wake up, you Sharknado fans! Come to my help and my aid.
Okay. This movie had a character. This is a red question, so you can lose a point. This movie had a character that you hated so much that the movie it nearly ruined the movie. Did you have any of that?
I thought about some for Sharknado. I thought about Home Alone Dad at the beginning when he's all gropey and grabby and like gross, but he redeems himself and dies very quickly. Spoiler alert. So not necessarily. There's one for Jaws though.
Oh, the mayor. Is this?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the mayor sucks.
My kids were on that beach.
That guy, he sucks ass.
Yeah. After
Yeah.
several people had been eaten, he will not shut
you
the
know,
beach down.
But he was. I don't think he ruined it. Like I hated him so much that we need to deduct a point.
What? No,
But-
that's that's cheating. That is straight up cheating.
Do you
dude.
think? What's
Like,
cheating?
Yes. Yeah, you just said I hated him, but we don't need to deduct the point.
I
That's
think
the
we
point
need
of
to
the
deduct a
question.
point. Okay,
I'm
that's
like, no, like I hated that guy, and like honestly, in real life, like
I mean, you don't need to
like,
deduct
maybe,
a point.
but like,
I mean,
like, that guy sucked so much.
so bad that
like-
we're deducting a point. They're done. They lost their point. How about this? Who had the best story? This is the big question. Who had a better
It's
story?
easy.
Who?
Well, Sharknado.
Is Sharknado or Jaws?
Yeah, no, Sharknado.
Is that a better story?
And one, a shark shows up at a beach town, and then they kill it. And the other one, a hurricane causes tornadoes to throw sharks in the air.
Yeah, but that's
and
not
attack
real.
people. If Jaws happened, that's not the question. That is not the question. That's another
usually
question, sir.
that's usually what you go with. That's usually your answer. I don't like that because it's not real. That's normally your
That's
go-to.
fine. Well,
I was hitting you back with
do
your
have-
medicine.
You do. Have,
I like
yeah,
this other
it's
thing because
fine.
it's more realistic. So to see you just go out, you're getting out on a limb,
Yeah.
and you're stretching your legs and going with the super fiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice to
That
see
doesn't
you.
taste so good.
It's
when I
nice
take
to
it.
see you grow.
Yeah. Dirty mother. Anyway, so yeah, Sharknado has a much better story. Jaws is fine. It's good. There are a lot of qualities about Jaws, but story wise, and I think we have a clip for this.
Story?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Bombs.
Bombs? What's wrong?
Your son wants to go into a helicopter and drop a bomb into the tornado.
Mom, we don't have any other option.
Bombs.
They
I
don't
mean-
have any other option except to throw bombs into a tornado. Now, mind you, these are not special ops guys. These are straight up civilians. And one of them is like in aviation school. And they're like,
Yeah, we can
don't
get some
have any other options.
butane tanks and just make some bombs, you know.
Like sharks raining from the skies, tornadoes. How could this be any worse? Maybe some fire and shrapnel raining from the skies? All right, let's do this. We don't have any other option.
And for that, we're going to call, because they have bombs, the falling out of the skies, we're going to call that a better story and give them a point.
Bobby says story. Sharknado story was solid if you take away the sharks.
That's really why they're getting the point. It's because of Bobby, not because of bombs. How about this? Who had the best music? Well, right out of the gate. John Williams, baby! John Williams! Boom!
Yeah, I think there was a song that was like Sharknado, ba, 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 or something. I don't know. It's just Jaws. Anytime, like whenever the game, like when you have children and it's like, what sound is this animal make? And it's like cow, moo, dog, woof, blah blah blah, and then like they'd be like Sharknado would go bum 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 bum, yeah, bum bum, like that, like that's what my kids like. This the noise that shark makes is like.
Dude, a little bit of trivia. Composer John Williams conducted the orchestra during the 1976 Academy Awards. So when it was announced that he won the Oscar for Best Score, he had to run up to the podium to accept his Oscar and then run back down to continue conducting the orchestra. That's pretty cool.
That is.
True story.
Roddy says, who goes up in a helicopter during a tornado? Apparently, an aviation student who's ready to throw bombs at it.
Who's a weapons expert. Yeah.
Just, all those tornadoes in Tornado Alley in the U.S., we just need some, like, butane tanks. Like, just problem solved, baby. Problem solved.
All right.
All right.
Which movie is a better looking film? Dude, Jaws wins only because Sharknado is getting penalized for the worst CGI ever.
Not the worst.
It's pretty bad.
But it is pretty bad, and practical effects still look amazing to this day. When the chum scene, when Jaws jumped out, even my little girl was like, "Oh my god!" Like she was like, "Well, that scared me." Like, and it was like, "Yeah, Sharknado." I don't think scared anybody, but it was still amazing. But no, it's definitely Jaws. It looks better. It's going to look better in 100 years. It looks damn good.
Hell yeah, Steven Spielberg making miracles happen.
Miracle.
It's interesting that this movie they did a robot shark, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There were no sharks harmed in the making of this film. Just a big mechanical shark, which is hilarious. Let's see here.
Mechanical shark, mechanical shark.
Oh boy. Who had a better villain? Danny Zuko.
This fucking guy over here.
I don't think you appreciate the gut reaction people have to these things. It's all psychological. You yell barracuda. Everybody says, huh? What? You yell shark. We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July. Look, fellas, let's be reasonable, huh? This is not the time or the place to perform some kind of a half-assed autopsy on a fish. And I am not going to stand here and see that thing cut open and see that little Kettner boy spill out all over the dock. For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business. It's going to be one of the best summers we've ever had. Now, if you fellas are concerned about the beaches, you do whatever you have to make them safe. But those beaches will be open for this weekend. My kids were on that beach, too.
Douchebag. That guy's the villain, the ultimate villain in that movie.
Yeah. In Sharknado, it's pretty much the weather.
Well,
So, climate change, humans, whatever. But in Jaws, it's easily the villain, the mayor. It's gotta go, Jaws.
yeah, Jaws gets the point. Jaws gets the point. Jaws dominating. Just you wait, though, guys. It's never one-sided forever.
Phil says his suit is criminal. It's the suit that did him in.
Who had the best stunts and fight choreography? Well, here's a good one.
Chief Brody? Yes?
Let's see that again.
Expensive.
Chief Brody? Yes?
Oh, man. Look at Richard Dreyfuss's reaction to this.
Chief
Oh my
Brody?
God.
Watch this.
Yes?
Oh, so good. And then we have this. This is a good fight, too. Yeah, it's a pretty good fight. Pretty good fight there.
Now, to be fair, I didn't put a lot of clips in for this. I saved them for some other stuff. But I mean, best fight, like
There was some good fights in Sharknado.
there was that right. Like there was several and repeated good fights in Sharknado.
Like some good ones. Like you really
Yes.
you dropped the ball on that category. There's some really
Well,
good-
I put them in. I put them in for deaths. I didn't think to put them in for fights. Like that. I did drop the ball. But there are some amazing fight scenes, and which you'll see later.
yeah. Tara Reid's new boyfriend dying would have been a good death scene. Is that in your list?
Dude, I had it written down. But I didn't pull it, dude. Cool. He was gonna be because everybody that I was like, that's gonna be the worst person. That's gonna be the worst person, and they just died. So it was like, nope. Well, they're not. Like so, I had him in there.
He
I
tries to
didn't
pull
it.
him out, and then he's got his legs. He's like, oh
Yeah.
well. Oh boy. So, best fight scene, who's going to win that?
I mean, I'm still gonna vote Sharknado. Because there's
I
so many of them.
there's a lot. They actually, I'm going to say, I wanted to go Jaws, but I got to say, Sharknado. They actually like step up to the plate and fight these sharks left and right. They're fighting the whole movie. They're actually combating the sharks. It's not like they're running from them. They are fighting
In a house, in a car, in the ocean, like
in a box
in a
with
bar.
a fox.
And yeah, like they fight them. They fight sharks everywhere.
I'm going to vote for Sharknado on this one.
Yeah.
Best fight. I think that's
Watch
fair.
and see.
I think that's fair.
I apologize for not pulling the clips.
How dare you, sir? Don't worry, Sharknado forgives you. Oh, let's see. All right. Fight. Oh, there was no barf scenes. There were no plot holes. How about... Red question. Which movie had the corniest, most predictable moment?
Oh, shit.
corniest, most predictable moment of Jaws? I didn't really have one.
Jaws. I mean, you could say where his son gets attacked in the pond because they foreshadowed it so well, but honestly, like not really. Um, but Sharknado did have one that was pretty standout.
Which part? Because most
The
of the
part-
stuff in Sharknado was so ridiculous that it was like a.
The part that has a clip.
Oh, is it a predict? Oh, look at this! It did. You're like the part that's.
You never talk about that scar.
Where are we on here?
When I was 7, my grandpa took me fishing. This shark just leapt up and bit my leg. 6 people went into the water, and one little girl came out.
Wow.
So that's Nova's story. She spends the whole movie with a shark bite on her leg, and you know it's coming. You know she hates sharks. You know there's some backstory, and of course they get to it at some point.
So.
That was, dude, Bobby. We got to talk, but don't put that up yet. Like, so yeah, with Nova, like the very first scene of her is a shot of her ass/leg, and it shows. the
Oh,
shark
that
bite.
is the predictable thing. Like, come on.
Yeah, and you know she's going to tell this story, so she does at some point, and it's slightly, you know, it's the story is a little stronger than you'd figure, but you know, like, come on.
I thought she was going to be
and-
surfing and she got bit by a shark while she was surfing or something
Yeah.
like that.
like so it doesn't, you know, I had to cut the clip, but so she goes out with her granddad, they're fishing, the boat gets tipped over, and all of her family like tries to save her and protect her from the sharks in this raft, and then the Coast Guard comes to save her, and they do, but as they're saving her, the shark bites her on the leg and like kills another Coast Guard guy, but she still gets saved, and she's like, so I hate sharks. And she's the badass throughout the film. Like she's just
She really is.
racking shotgun shells and like just killing sharks left and right. She is the badass throughout the film. But yeah, it was just very predictable that, you know, she's gonna have some backstory about sharks. Unless she got ran over by a lawnmower, like I don't know, like what else can you do to that scar? Like,
Here's another one. Which movie had the least predictable moment? Oh, we have a video for that.
Oh my God! Ready? What? You die!
Oh my God!
yes, you said it, Finn Jr., because again, she was the badass of the movie, and she just falls out of the freaking thing and gets eaten, and like,
Ready? What? You die!
Oh my God!
Yes, sir. That was pretty good.
yeah, like I was like, oh my God, Nova died. They've been spent all this time on her backstory. Give that point back, baby. Give it. Bro.
We will give it to Sharknado. You earned your point back.
Damn, Mel. Mel says she should have bled out.
Let's see here. How about this? Who had the best line or most quotable line? Well, we got some quotes here for you.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Legend. All right, what else?
Oh crap!
I don't know.
Ow,
If
get
that's
off
a
of me.
quotable line. But how about this one?
We're gonna need a bigger chopper.
Ah, total throwback, like nod. That was a total nod right
Right.
there.
So that as much as oh crap, get off of me, is an amazing, spectacular line. The fact that ripped off Jaws.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
The fact that they ripped off Jaws that much.
It's so
makes it
quotable.
obvious.
It's so
Yes.
quotable that we have to give the point to Jaws. And the fact that was an ad lib makes that even better.
Right. That's amazing.
The fact
So
that
would you imagine if you see a big ass robot shark that big in the water, it's like, screw this. Like,
All right, here we go. Who had the best explosion? We got a couple of clips for this one.
Smile, you son of a...
Oh! Yeah, and I got off of the director's cut revised edition with this one.
Smile, you son of a...
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, that was a really good one.
The humanity. Oh shit.
And then we have this one from Sharknado.
Mate, I smell gas. I do too. Come on, get out of the car! Get out of the car!
That was pretty
Now
good.
let me explain to you. What's amazing about that scene.
This gas
Have
doesn't
you seen-
explode.
If you've seen Sharknado, there are explosions everywhere. There is absolutely zero reason for this to occur in the film. They kind of like pull over and they're like, hey, something's going on here. And then they're like, oh, I smell gas. And of course, yes, there needs to be an ignition source for gas to explode. It's like their gas tank's kind of leaking a little bit. And like gas doesn't just explode. Like they wouldn't let you just pump it into your car if it was like that, like, reacted to air, and like they just kind of pull. There's no reason for this explosion to happen except like, we kind of been driving around for a while. Let's make something explode. And they do. They're just like, all right, here we go. Bada boom, bada bing.
You know,
It
it'd be
was just
fun if
amazing.
we just had a car explode for no reason.
But why? I don't know.
Static
Like-
spark. That's why.
Because we can.
Static spark rhymes with static shark.
But they didn't even try to show the static spark. Like they didn't even it was just like, just here's some leaking. And everything's wet. That's what I mean. The whole city's wet. Like, it's just
Dude, it's like when you pump gas and you talk on your phone and you're gonna blow up for pumping gas with a cell phone in your hand.
I mean, that's
People-
actually more predictable.
People
Like,
say
like,
they think
at
that.
least there's reasoning there. Like, but I was so amazed. I was like, oh my God, why did that car blow up? Like, it was like, because we can do it, baby.
Oh, it's the best. So who gets the point?
I don't know. I gotta go spontaneous vehicular combustion. It just blows up. We gotta get out of this car. Why? Because it's gonna fucking blow
Hey,
up.
Mel,
Why?
Okay,
Because
fuck it, I back it. I'm with you guys. Mel it agrees with you. I'm going to. Because I did notice that when it happened. I'm like, this just fucking blew up for no
like,
reason.
what is going on? And it's like they were driving around for a while. So they're like, man, let's blow something up.
Then we have who had the best chase scene, and we got some clips.
You see what's my hand now?
Oh, they're chasing the shark.
All right, you watch him now. Starboard, starboard.
Yeah, that was a fun. Oh, it was a great scene, and they're just about to catch the shark. And then I have this other director's cut edition.
Follow me. All right, you watch him now. Starboard, starboard.
Yep, that's that's the other version.
Roll credits. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people seen that version, but yeah, it's another version. Best chase scene. I don't notice any chases. There were no chases in Sharknado.
Well, there's a scene where the Bronco or whatever it is that they're driving in. Like
Oh,
the
it's
shark's
being
kinda
chased by the
chasing-
cops.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he hits the nos. That's a good chase scene.
yeah, yeah. But like it just I don't know. Like I didn't feel it for Sharknado.
I'm
For
giving it to
Jaws,
Sharknado.
definitely.
Sharknado, dude. Jaws didn't have a chase scene. Well, I mean, what do you guys think? They were chasing tornadoes. They were definitely
They
chasing.
were. Oh, well, that's a damn true point. And when the sharks are chasing them, when it's flooding, like like it's flooding, and then the sharks are chasing them, and it jumps through the fucking roof of the car. I mean, there were some.
We got to discuss this. I can't just go right to points. There was also, I mean, the shark was chasing them in Jaws. It's at one point. It's basically more hunting.
that's-
than
yeah. No, but that's the thing is that like he even asked like have you ever seen a shark do this? And he's like no, like the shark was like straight up chasing them. They were chasing the shark, and the shark was chasing them.
Bloop. Bloop, bloop. Let's go back to the question.
So, best chasing.
That's explosion, you silly weirdo. Who had the best chase scene? Oh boy.
If
Shark chase
I mean
versus
Jaws.
Bobby says they were. I'm going with. I'm
they were
going
chasing the tornadoes. Yeah,
Sharknado.
yeah, they were chasing the like they straight up were chasing the tornadoes. And boom goes the dynamite or the butane.
Yeah, we're going. Booyah.
Yes. Bobby's still with us. Yep.
All right, that means. Jeez.
Because there's a literal term, storm chasers. That's like that's a real term. Shark chasers.
What about best kiss?
I got nothing. I mean, Finn. Everybody loves and wants to kiss Finn, but
In case you didn't see that, that was a kiss from Jaws. That's the only kiss thing I got. I can recycle this kiss. Oh man. Yeah, good old crybaby. Oh, Iggy
fail.
Pop, get your tongue out of there, Iggy. What are you doing?
fail.
Ugh.
So directly after that scene, you got to start cutting in lard ass barfing on everybody because that's what it makes everybody wants to do.
Oh boy. Yeah, you're like,
No,
Mayor Grundy barfed on his wife's tits.
all right, so we got best kiss. I think we can skip best kiss. We don't even need to award a point.
Skipperoo.
Best ending. Who had the best ending? Jaws.
Easy.
I think the tide's with us.
All right, get me out of there.
Keep kicking.
Yeah, what day is it? I think it's Wednesday. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty good ending. Dude, you left out the part where they're all standing together and then the girl that's been that has been into the dad the whole time is suddenly like really into the son. Did you notice that?
Well, I had to cut it. I had to cut it
I'm
short.
like, it's kind of weird. Like she's been eye banging the dad the whole time, and then by the end, like Tara Reid's like hanging on the ex-husband, and then she all of a sudden is all up on the son. I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, she's like, let's go for the newer model. Like
Yeah,
let's do this.
I guess so. It was kind of weird. I was like, dude, that was like a weird and blatant weird. It was just weird. So, but that has nothing to do with best ending. Well, it is part of the ending. I'm going to go Sharknado because I think paddling off into the sunset is not as cool as flying through a shark with a chainsaw.
This was the so I had seen.
You're so excited. This was the best ending ever.
I told like me and Claire texted back and forth, and I was like, this is, and that's what makes this movie so beautiful. Like it was, like because you saw Nova die earlier, so in some random tornado, 20 minutes earlier, she falls out of an airplane and some shark eats her. He jumps at the end and like chainsaws through the shark. And I was like, that
yeah,
that's
cool. Pretty good.
This is cool. But when he pulls her out, like I was like, this is cool. It's a good ending. Like that's cool. When he pulls her out, he randomly he somehow chainsawed through the shark that happened to swallow her whole and pulls her out. I was like, oh my God. Like I was just out. Like I was amazed. This is the best thing ever.
Unscathed.
Like,
she didn't get chainsawed. How did she not get chainsawed?
She didn't get chainsawed. She didn't get like shark bit. Like she didn't get nothing. Just it was just so amazing that I was like, oh my God, this is great. Like that's the type of movie this is. If you think that's stupid, wait, have a bad day and then watch it and you'll be like, that's amazing. Like it is stupid.
If you look at this, oh my God. If you watch this, hold on. If you look at that scene,
oh my God!
Let's rewind a little bit. Oh my God! Get it. You can watch this scene. Wait for it. She up. Up. No teeth. There's no real teeth. She just slides in.
Yeah, he swallows him whole. Yeah.
Whoop. Yeah. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Anybody who disagrees is just inept.
Says, no stomach acid burns, no suffocation.
No,
it was
wasn't
only
the
a
Sarlacc
20
pit.
to 30 minute. Only a 20 to 30 minutes later. Like it was,
This was not the Sarlacc pit. It was just a shark.
and that's the thing too. Like what's amazing about the end is it just like this is such a fun movie. He drives a good so the last plan is the helicopter bomb doesn't work. It doesn't, and so he has to take the Hummer full of this bigger bomb and go drive it into the tornado. And he does. And he gets into the Hummer and he drives and he drives and he drives and then he hits nitro and then he jumps out and then the car drives and drives and drives. So he's a good 10 miles away or something like that. And then he runs back so it blows up the tornado and all the sharks start falling from the sky. So somehow he's faster than gravity and he runs back to in time to jump and chainsaw this shark in the face. It's just
incredible.
Like it's so, it's everything you want. It's everything you want. Like I don't know. Like this movie delivers.
Yeah, it pretty incredible. Oh, let's see here. Okay. So did we get did we give the points?
No, we have not yet.
Oh, well, I better award those points before we forget because
Indeed, sir.
Yeah, I was blown away by this. But had you seen Sharknado before this, Curtis?
So I don't know if I had seen the first one, or no. I know that I have now. I know that I haven't seen the first one all the way through. I've seen parts of other ones, I don't know if I'd seen a full one all the way through, but I'd seen parts of other ones. And I watched it, and there is downtime, of course, like any movie, but like there's so it like you're like, it'd be cool if that happened. Like it happens in the movie, and then like like it just like her, like you're just sitting there and it's like, oh my, he's dead. Like it's just and it's a
No,
stupid
he's
CGI
not.
shark. Yeah, like but it just like works. It just if you're wanting a just dramatic theatrical film or something, pick something else. Like, but if you're wanting to have a damn good time and watch some sharks eat the fuck out of people, like this is your movie.
That's like
and they take
that's like Crank. When I saw Crank, Crank is like just a ridiculously fun movie, and it's like if you're expecting anything else that other than a just a good time, you should be watching something else. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be ridiculous and fun, and hell yeah, it is. I'd never seen Sharknado, so like right off the bat, I was like, oh. Okay, is that what time it is? All right, let's do this. I was like, okay, this is gonna be fun, and like, yeah, I had a great time. Had a great time. Well, let's jump to the next one. How about this? Which movie's more realistic? Well, we have a video for Sharknado.
Get out of the water! Sharks! Get out of the water! Everybody off the beach immediately!
Yeah, it's like 6 inches of water.
That is ankle deep water.
Yeah, 6 inches of water. That had to be on purpose.
Everybody off the beach immediately!
They're like, it'd be hilarious if we just have like 4 inches of water and people like getting killed.
Like it's it's literally amazing. Like when they do that, I was like, oh, like what? 'Cause especially if you live on any coast and you've played catch in ankle deep water, it's like that break goes out a good mile probably, and slowly descends like this. And we're talking about 300-pound or 3,000-pound sharks or whatever. It's just amazing. Like I don't know, like to see that. So
Mel says, honestly, neither are realistic. Sharks don't act like that. Yep, and if you look here,
true.
Oh, you can't see that because of the screen I have. Never mind. There were 73 shark attacks. In 2021, there were a total of 73 unprovoked shark attacks on humans worldwide. 9 of those shark attacks were fatal, which is a slight decrease
73
from worldwide, which was a slight decrease from the previous year. The number of total attacks, on the other hand, increased in 2021. So, shark attacks are very rare. Usually they think you're something else and they bite you by mistake.
Yeah.
And
they bite and they run away most of the time.
And a lot of times, same, like, you watch like a killer whale movie where they're like, oh, it's a killer whale. And they'll think you're a seal until they realize you're not. Most animals are like that. Either if they attack you or they sting you, it's because they're defending themselves. Or if they bite you and they realize, hey, you're not my favorite snack, I'm going to let you go or get away from you, So
like animals are like humans. They go for the easiest prey. And once they realize you're not, they're like, oh, I'm okay. Take it easy. I'm out. I'm going to go get
this
something easier.
This guy tastes like Doritos. Gross.
Yeah, exactly. They need to make a movie called Jellyfish where people go and annihilate the jellyfish because jellyfish fucking suck. But anyway,
Portuguese man of war.
God.
You ever stepped on one of those?
No, I'm just talking about regular old
jellyfish.
Jellyfish. Yeah. I mean,
So-
I have not. I don't think I have.
So in the for as far as points for which one is more realistic, I think we have to go Jaws.
Yeah.
Because I think one shark happening to get rabies and start acting weird is a lot more realistic than Hundreds of sharks
And
in a tornado.
And they show his POV, and it's like people swimming. So it's like anytime he attacks somebody, it's where their legs are kicking above him, so it's deep enough for him to be there. However, in Sharknado, it's like whatever. And again, like they attack in flooded streets where the Bronco can still drive. So that's like what,
And
2.5 feet of water.
And the Bronco's still driving, and it's like it's underneath us. That was really funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think it's underneath us.
And they take like flood clips from like real life, and they put sharks in the background.
Or how about this? Which one is the best movie to cheer you up?
She'll fly. Damn it.
We're not gonna all fit in here.
We can't fly in these storms.
Then what are we gonna do?
We're gonna stand and fight.
What?
We can't. Look at the weather.
Fly.
Look at the weather.
We're not gonna all fit in here.
We can't fly in these storms.
Then what are we gonna do?
We're gonna stand
We
and fight.
can't fly in these storms. Look at the weather.
Does that cheer you up?
I love this. Like it just the way like they're just like, you know what, we're gonna make a movie, and they're like, well, we're filming in California and we're filming a fucking hurricane movie, and they're like, we can't fly in these storms. Look at it. Like,
There's no storms.
There's no like what is going, and it just makes me so
If
happy
that cheers you
like
up,
this exists.
if that cheers you up, I say we give him the point. Let's do it.
It really does. Like movies like this, like it's like we're gonna make a fucking movie. I don't care what the weather does. I don't care what like we're making this fucking movie. Like I just love it. Like and it just works. And like, yes, thank you, Bobby. Like Sharknado just cheers you up. It's just like, and that's one of the things like the documentary was saying is like the beauty of these films because it's one of those.
There
films
was a documentary on Sharknado.
Oh yeah, and it's good. I would check it out. It's called Feeding Frenzy. And like, because it went, and they're like, most films take like 20 years to go to cult classic. This one went from like nothing to cult classic overnight, and it stayed there. And it like it really, because that's the thing, everybody's in on the joke except the actors. They play it straight. That's the beauty of it. That's what makes a good bad film.
Dude,
they
it's
play
so
it
good.
straight. Like, yeah, like they're not playing like whenever people try to make a campy movie and like and they're goofing around and making it stupid and stuff. It's like that's not what we want. But they're playing it straight. They're like, these people are afraid of these freaking tornado sharks, like in the film. They're not the best actors in the world, but they are straight up afraid of those tornado sharks. And like they've got like they're so afraid that these random citizens, again, no special ops guys in this team. They're surfers and like
Dude, we're gonna take butane tanks and make bombs.
They're gonna go fly a helicopter and throw bombs into a tornado. That's how scared they are. Like it defies reality, and it's like that's what makes the beauty of it. Like they can't be like, oh, the Sharknado, like that ruins it because we're in on the joke, but they're not. Like it's a perfect mix.
How about this? Which one is the best date movie?
I don't know. This is a tough one. I mean, to be fair, honestly, and I don't know if it's because I've seen it so many times or not, but to me, Jaws is kind of boring. Until they start fighting the shark, it's kind of boring.
I went on a date with Jaws, and that was fun. But I think you're right. I think like if you go see, and I think rather than going to dinner and then a movie, I think going to a movie and then dinner's better because you could talk about the movie, But
yeah,
I think as a date movie, I think Sharknado is going to just set a fun tone for the night. Like you're going to be laughing and elbowing each other. Like, do you see that? There's like 6 inches of water. Like you're going to be having fun together in the theater, and then you're going to go out and the rest of the night will be fun. As opposed to like, boom, 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 boom.
Glad they
boom,
killed
boom,
that
boom,
shark
boom,
that was
boom.
eating all the children.
Yeah,
so, that's good. That's good. That's really no more eating of the children and such.
It really depends what you want. Because, like I said, I went and saw a great date was seeing Jaws on this big screen. I saw it. Wasn't an IMAX like this last time, but I saw it at the Alamo. It was a good time, and that was
nobody,
fun
that's
too. Because it's a great movie, you know.
Nobody's gonna say Jaws is a bad film by any means. No, but that's and I really think it is that I've seen it so much, and everybody remembers, and I think everybody remembers the main scenes from Jaws where they're hunting the shark, and also they remember the kills from the Jaws sequels, because that's the thing. I was like thinking the kills were going to be a lot. I was like, oh yeah, here come the kills. In Jaws 1, the kills are
Minimal.
I mean, they show them kind of,
Yeah.
but they're minimal. And the sequels, like they the kills are a lot worse. And so I think people remember the kills from the sequels, and then like the good moviness of the first one. And like if they could mix that properly, they would make Sharknado.
I think too, though, that the tense moments where it's getting tense, you might end up with somebody like grabbing your arm, or something like, which is not a bad thing. Like, whoa, but for me, I like the ridiculous. I'm gonna go with Sharknado for the best date movie. What do you think, Curse?
Yeah, I mean, honestly now, like that's I think I would enjoy Sharknado as a date movie, and to me it would be a good indicator, because honestly I think everybody's gonna love Jaws, but if I found a lady who was watching Sharknado with me and loved it, I'd be like, all right, second date for sure. Like, I mean, like Jaws is just a good movie. You're gonna like it. But if they got Sharknado and they really dug it, like I'd be like, all right, we're down.
If you find a lady that wants to watch Sharknado besides your wife, she better watch out. She's gonna end up getting attacked, getting Sharknadoed.
Well, yeah. If I'm with a lady that's beside my wife, she's straight up getting Sharknadoed by my wife.
That's what I'm saying. You're like, if I found a lady, I'm like, hey, what? Let's see here. Okay, which movie do you think?
Lady.
She's a lady. Which movie doesn't or won't hold up?
This might be
I think we can skip this one because Jaws is
It might be Jaws.
100 years old, and that movie still holds up. I saw it in the theater this week, and Sharknado is ridiculous. It's going to always be ridiculous. So I'm going to just skip this question. Let's go to the next.
Yeah,
one.
I mean Sharknado, I think will hold up.
Which movie should have been better? I think we should skip this question because Jaws is a masterpiece, and Sharknado is supposed to be bad. So you can't. That doesn't qualify for this question. Which one should have been better?
Yeah,
you can't. One's a Spielberg movie, and the other one was intentionally bad. Let's see here. Which one would Ethan prefer?
Oh wow! Oh snap! I mean, this fucking guy.
I don't like either movie because I don't like I don't like shark
movies. Let me introduce you. Just let me introduce you. Hold on, man. Just you come in here every week. You come yelling at us, and you're hollering and screaming and licking your lips. Just let me introduce you. Okay.
I don't care for shark movies. I'm not going to play this game.
Is that what you're hiding? Just Ethan Hawke.
Look at the top of my head. Dun bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum.
Now,
bum 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 bum.
If you,
I don't want to be on this dumb show.
If you don't care about shark movies, then what? Like, are you scared of?
Which one was the best Christmas movie?
I tell you, that guy.
He bailed.
And Bobby says, Roadhouse.
Which, by the way, also Mel says Creeping Ethan is the best Ethan. That's a great comment.
That's how you should. Ethan, if you're still listening, that's how you should enter from now on.
I'm always listening.
We know you are.
That was just weird.
Man, just get a job. Come on.
Which one is the best Christmas movie? Sharknado.
Yeah, it's raining presents from the sky. Just
Deadly presents.
1,000-pound presents.
I don't think I'd want to see something as dark as Jaws. Jaws is you gotta be in the right mood for Jaws. I think you can laugh your ass off anytime about Sharknado, you know?
I agree. And that's what I mean. And just like the kids watching, they're like, oh my gosh, and they might get bored from it. They're like, oh hey, look at this. Like it's it's the gift that keeps on giving.
It sure is. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. All right.
And Bobby says, Christmas Sharknado.
Hell yes. Hell yes. What a comeback by Sharknado. Which movie made you want to take karate lessons more? This is a stupid category. I love it.
I mean, Sharknado, they're kicking several sharks out of the sky repeatedly or shooting them out of the sky or whatever. Jaws, just like you just stay on the beach and you're fine.
But I want to
Just
kung
don't
fu.
get in the water. And you're okay.
I want to kung fu chop the mayor. And I kind of
okay.
Yeah, and there's kind of times where I wanted to karate chop the sailor in the throat too.
Quintus or whatever.
Yeah, Quinn. He's kind of he's kind of a dick, you know, like Sharknado.
Richard Dreyfuss wanted to karate chop.
But yeah, they did.
Yep.
Fuck it. Let's go Sharknado. What do you think, Curtis?
You're like, yeah. You're like, there's fucking sharks everywhere. What is happening?
Oh boy. All right.
And imagine if you had chainsaws in those karate hands.
Oh, dude. Edward Chainsaw Hands. It's beautiful. That's a good.
That's the next Asylum movie. You just gave them their next movie. Way to go, Clint. You just gave the Asylum their next movie.
Or just a really good Halloween costume. Edward Chainsaw Hands.
They're gonna change it and be like Fredward Chainsaw Hands. Like.
All right. How about this? Which movie made you hungrier? We have video for that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's hungry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy's.
Yeah, nothing like just filleting a shark and just going into his guts.
A good 24-hour dead shark and just pulling out.
Are there any kid
and pulling out hopefully a dead kid? Yeah.
And then we got this.
Look at the feast. Hey, have some.
That's not even the right video. That's from Goonies. What was the other video I had? Hold on just a second here.
For Hungry? I don't think we have one for Hungry.
I thought I had a second.
Hold
on. Give me just one second.
Fredward, Mel.
There we go. How about this? That's the same one. How about this? Ah! I'm starving. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, he dropped the shark tooth.
Yeah, way to go, loser. Dude, that scene made fucking dummy. That scene made me jump in the theater. I was like,
It made he watched it at home. I was like, oh, that one. Yeah, it got me too.
It got me. And in IMAX, I was like, ah. Yeah. I actually started laughing afterwards in the theater. It was pretty funny. So, yeah. So, which movie made you hungrier, there, Curtis?
Let's see. Um, I could see.
I mean,
could
they
see
did eat.
Sharknado.
They did eat dinner, and then Richard Dreyfuss took his plate and was like, "Here, you gonna eat that?"
Richard, yeah, he straight up took it. Yeah. um, that was a very cute scene, though. Yeah, I'll go Jaws. Okay, I mean, like the first shark they took, even though they cut it open and stuff like that. Like to me, shark is a better meat because it's meatier. I'm not a seafood person, so shark is a very meaty fish. So, yeah, I'll go Jaws.
I mean, you could
I mean,
one could say that all of the running around L.A. that they did in Sharknado really made you work up an
true.
appetite. Oh, it really worked up an appetite. I'm starving.
And there's going to be rancid shark meat all over town. So,
yeah, I don't know.
But Bobby says Jaws.
Bobby says Jaws. I would think it'd make me lose my appetite. Kid parts in a shark. Gross. Of course, chainsawing your way through.
And yeah, you know what? If I chainsaw, I'll tell you what. Okay, fine, you win. If I chainsaw my way out of a shark, I'm gonna eat that motherfucker. Like I don't care if it's rotten or not. Like if I chainsaw my way out of a shark, I'm eating that shark. And then I'm shitting it out. And yeah, that okay.
If I chainsawed my way through that shark, I would take that girl to dinner. You somehow did not get chainsawed in this magic shark. We're going to Red Lobster right now.
Until your son is like, nope, Dad, I'm taking her.
I'm taking her. I'm like, damn it.
Okay.
Damn it, son. Luckily, I don't have any kids. Let's see here. All right. What is the next category? Okay. Hungry. Which movie holds up better? That's a tough one.
I mean, this is almost a tie.
Jaws.
I mean, Jaws, yeah, for 40 years or more, 50 years.
Jaws is like 200 years old, and
you gotta give, yeah, you're right.
I can laugh about the bad effects and stuff, but
there's not really
in Sharknado. No, I can laugh about in Sharknado the bad CGI. It's funny but I feel like in 20 years it's going to be like it's almost going to lose. It's going to be so bad. Maybe it'll even be better. I don't know. But Jaws is like forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and in 20 years, Jaws will still look just as good, and it might look like a plastic. I didn't even notice it, but it might look like a fake shark in some scenes in 20 years. But still, to this day, 40 or 50 years later, whatever it is, it's still that looks like a fucking shark trying to eat them.
In 20 years, when we're all swimming with sharks, so we know what they look like in real life, it might look like a plastic shark. But right now, nobody's seen a shark up close, really, except a marine biologist or a surfer.
Which Finn was. So Sharknado. No.
Boom. Let's see here. Which one? Who had a more tragic life? I'll tell you how to. I got the answer for that one. Who had a more tragic life? This guy.
You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes.
Life.
Black eyes, like a doll's eye. When he comes at you, doesn't seem to be living until he bites you, and those black eyes roll over white, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming.
That high-pitched screaming you hear. This guy's telling a story based off of delivering the bomb and then getting shot down by a Japanese submarine, and then his ship going down, and hundreds of guys end up in the water, and then they all end up in the water for days before they get rescued, and all of his friends get eaten by sharks, and only a few people made it out of that, and he's one of those people. And then you fast forward. Go ahead, Curtis.
No, that's a true story. The Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It's a true story. It's terrible.
It's fucking awful. And then you fast forward, and then he said, so after that, I don't wear life jackets anymore. Like, I don't want to live through any of those kind of tragic tales. Yeah. And then he meets his end by finally getting eaten by a shark. This was ended up being his destiny. So he went through a week of being stranded, terrified of being killed by a shark, to being a survivor of that, to being a guy that hunts sharks, to being a guy that eventually ends up getting scooped up and eaten by a shark. Like, to me, that's super tragic. I was like, when I thought about it later, I'm like, oh shit, that's brutal. That guy's ending was brutal. Yeah. Just saying. So for me, tragic.
I mean, in Sharknado, Finn's daughter doesn't like him that much. So, I mean, she's not. She's like, Dad, you kind of suck, and he's like, yeah, I do.
The new boyfriend was pretty tragic. He's a total douche, and then he gets eaten by a shark. What about the what about the bar regular that gropes the bartender and then gets eaten by a shark?
This was tragic but heroic. So he saved that dog. He saved that dog. So if you save a dog in a movie, you're golden.
All right, point goes to Jaws. Boy, it's a neck and neck. Neck and neck, gang. Okay, it's getting close. It's getting down to the wire. Best kill or best death? Best death kill. Okay, we got Sharknado.
My mom always told me Hollywood would kill me.
Man, those are some good scenes. We're going to start that over.
My mom always told me Hollywood would kill me.
That guy wins. So many good things. And then we got on Jaws.
Smile, you son of a...
Oh, that's a pretty good kill too. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go Sharknado.
No, it's not
for kills.
That was just a sampling from Sharknado. Like that's the beauty of it. Like the guy just he's running away with him, and he's standing there, and the shark falls from the sky and bites his arm off. Like it just happened. It's like, oh my god, that's the thing. He's not near the ocean at all. He's nowhere near the ocean.
Oh yeah, Sharknado's got so many points,
and not just human deaths, shark deaths. Like it's. And it makes me so happy that the hammerhead was the one that fell on him and squished him. It brought the hammer down. Like, it's just great.
It makes me happy that you noticed. Let's see here.
And the Ferris wheel death was like the best one. When are you ever going to see that again? The Ferris wheel gets blown off.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah, that was good.
And what do you like? When have you ever seen that in a movie? When are you ever going to see it again? Like it had nothing to do with sharks, but it was just so great.
So we're just gonna have a Ferris wheel roll over somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we can do that, so we will do that.
Here we go. Moving forward, next, best love story. We got Sharknado. Is that the love story?
Yeah.
How about this love story?
Play it again. Play it.
Play it again?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Here's a love story.
Mayor Grundy barfed on his wife's tits.
Oh, that's the wrong clip. That is not a love story. That's stupid.
This was the weirdest fucking thing about the movie. So that girl, they spend the first 15 minutes of the movie showing her putting her wetsuit on. Like, and I was gonna pull those clips, and I was like, "Fucking God, I can't do it." Like, the first 15 minutes of the film are her putting her wetsuit on. She goes into the water, and this exchange happens with Finn. But honestly, most of it's done through these like head nods and like like weird things that are going on, and then she dies. She's dead. She's dead at like minute 19. Like it's like otherwise he goes and saves his ex-wife, but it doesn't matter. He goes and saves his kids, but I mean, he does. I mean, he loves them, but it's just the weirdest thing. And then Nova kind of loves his son, but I don't know. Like, so there you go.
I'm loving Bobby's comment. Sharknado was a really solid movie if you take away the sharks. If it was just tornadoes, it would have still been good.
True.
Yeah.
That's a solid point. It can be a shark movie. It can be a tornado movie. It can be a Sharknado movie. Jaws is just if you take away the sharks, Jaws is nothing. It's like they're just like poking at stuff.
So who gets the point for best love story?
This might be a skipper. I just put that in for fun because it was just so weird how like their interactions were just like, man, what's that?
Bobby says Jaws because of the wife and the sheriff and the wife. She's really concerned when he's leaving. And
to be fair, like it was very cute. No, that's true. Yeah, that was.
They had a pretty solid relationship. It seemed like
it really was. Like honestly, like I don't know who the actress was, but I was kind of in love with her. Like by the end of the film, because she was just so awesome. Like she was just such a good wife. That's true.
That's Lorraine Gary, man. Come on.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but I
don't know who that is.
I plead ignorance, but yeah, she was really awesome.
Which movie deserves a sequel? This is a stupid one.
Well,
because both of them have like 4 sequels. So
yeah.
So we'll skip that one.
Jaws has 4. Unofficially 5 because there's an Italian movie called Cruel Jaws, which basically rips off clips from the American Jaws.
But it's not legit. It's a fake movie.
It's what they call it, Jaws 5 Cruel Jaws, and it's an Italian movie, and it's got Americans in Italy playing Americans, and they take clips from the other Jaws movies to make the kills.
How many Sharknadoes are there?
6.
Okay, I think we need to take Cruel Jaws versus Sharknado 6.
Oh wow!
And I think that would be a fun. We need to put that in
Cruel
our
Jaws is bad.
Yeah, we need to put that in our cap. Put that in our cap, and say, look, Bobby said it too. Bobby knows what's up. We're on the same page.
Wow.
Yeah, we need to put that. Oh, not Jaws 4. I want I want Cruel Jaws.
The unofficial.
Unofficial, and put that in our pipe and smoke it whenever we run out of topics. We'll be like, dude,
okay.
are we gonna bust out? Are we busting out Sharknado 6? I guess so, man. I guess it's that time. All right, let's move on to the next one. Which movie did you relate to more? Is this even a good question for us to do?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like I could relate to I'm not afraid of the water, like Brody and Jaws is, but like I'm not scared of anything. But like water that I can't see in, water that significantly you're out of your element. Like water to me is just to a degree scary. Like some people aren't like this, but like I'm out of my element. I can't wrestle like
I
if I
can't
fight a
wrestle
lion,
sharks.
if I fight a lion, I can wrestle a fucking lion. I'm gonna lose probably, but I can wrestle. Like I'm in my element. Like a shark, like
Dude,
unless I drag it on land.
Have you
like,
seen Beast yet? Beast yet with
No.
Idris Elba? I saw the
No,
trailer.
I'm
I
with
saw
everybody else in the world, and nobody.
Nobody else saw that either. Dude, the last thing in the trailer, they're rolling down the hill, wrestling a lion, and he punches
Right.
it. You hear like the 80s sound of like when with cue balls hitting each other.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it was like he punches the shark. It was the funniest thing ever.
He punches a shark. Why does he punch a
Not
shark?
a shark, a freaking lion. Yeah, and the
I'd
whole
punch the
theater was
shit out of that
laughing.
lion.
Yeah, I punched the crap out of that lion, dude. I could totally relate to Jaws.
Yeah, like if you're out there, like, and you got nothing, like that.
Can you
you're
relate
out
to
of your element, man.
Sharknado?
Yeah, they're on land, dude. I'll whoop the shit out of some sharks on land.
Dude,
Yeah,
we're gonna skip.
come
We're gonna
on.
skip that.
If I fight a shark in the Walmart parking lot, like I'm gonna win. Like
Nobody gets a point on this. On this. On this. Okay. Which one made your butt pucker more?
just gotta go Jaws, man. Whenever the boat's sinking,
That made my butt pucker.
well, it's a good point.
Yep.
Good-
That's
point.
my vote on that one.
But when the boat's sinking and he's barely hanging on to the whatever it is, the guy, the guy that sees the seaman,
Yeah.
you know, whatever, he's on their thing, and it's like it was like Jaws is coming, and he's gonna fucking eat your ass, dude. So get ready. like
Some
and it
people
was
are
like-
into that, but not me.
semen and eating ass, like, but
Okay.
but in real life, like this thing, he wouldn't have blown that thing up, so he would have been his ass would be eaten.
Did you say it wouldn't have blown up?
No.
Why wouldn't it?
You can fold those things in half, and like they're not going to blow. They're
Compressed
not, like,
compressed
supposedly-
air like that wouldn't
They're-
blow
yeah,
up?
but they're made out of like stainless steel half the time, and you're going to make a hole, and it might shoot into the shark's mouth and choke it or something like that, or it's probably just going to bounce off of it because you're shooting a lead bullet at stainless steel, or not but steel.
You don't
and
think you don't think it would blow up a shark?
if it actually blew up, but it's not going to blow up. Like they don't make them. Like it's not like that.
I need to.
It has to hold thousands pounds of pressure.
Now,
and plus,
now
if you shoot
propane,
a bullet
propane
underwater,
propane tank, a different story, right?
no, you can like some people run cars on propane, and you can fold that motherfucker in half, and to get them to blow up is very, very hard. Like, and again, you're shooting a lead bullet at a stronger metal, so it's possible. Anything's possible, but I'm not. But he's shooting it underwater as well, and you only have to be a foot underwater to escape bullets. Like they fracture because of the heat and surface tension. They fracture almost immediately, and so as long as you're a foot away, you might get some shrapnel. But
Hey, did I just do the butt pucker point or not? Do you know?
I have no idea. Well, we were talking about shrapnel. I don't know.
I don't think so. I did.
I don't think you did either.
Mythbusters tested the exploding gas tank thing.
And
we won't tell you what happened.
Continue. Continue,
Okay.
Mel.
Last one. If you were on a flight and they only had one movie, which one would you pick?
I got to go Sharknado. I mean, part of it is I've seen Jaws so many times.
I would go Sharknado also.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Sharknado. Sharknado is just like so fun. Like, so yeah, Sharknado.
All right. Sharknado for the last point, which means I gotta add these up.
Oh Lord, yes.
This is a close one, gang. Bobby agreed. So we got we're tallying this up. Jaws has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for Jaws. And that means, let's see here, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for Sharknado.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Do we have a tie?
we have a tie. We have a tie.
Oh my God!
Holy shit balls. What are we going to do?
I'm gonna go buy a lotto ticket. This has never happened before.
Never
God.
happened before.
What do we do? I don't know what to do.
I don't either. Damn. Let me get back to the screen where we're both on the screen. What do we do? I say we have a tiebreaker. Right. So now, how many we got watching? We have 11 watching. 11 of you people watching right now. So we have to. I need you guys to comment in the comments. Right now, the last comment says Melissa Mel. It says tiebreaker, best shark death. So every comment after that is going to count in this tally process. I need you guys to vote for the one that you think should be the winner out of this shark challenge, this shark attack challenge. Sharkageddon that we're having right now. What I'm going to do is get up and real quick, and I'm going to be right back, and we're going to tally up you guys' votes. You guys are going to be the ones who decide. Curtis, that doesn't count. You're not supposed to be. That's
what? Huh?
Okay. Is that how we're doing it? I guess I got to vote too. Is that how we're doing it? Right now? Okay. Okay, let's see here. All right, you guys vote for the winner. This is Sharknado versus Jaws. I'll be right back.
And so, if you were listening last week, the guy's still a little bit of drunk, and he says, "All right, well, I don't want to hear the rest of the bet." So the bartender's like, "All right," and keeps pushing drinks on him, and so he says, "Okay." A little bit later, it's been a while. Bartender's pushing drinks on him. He says, "All right, well," the guy's fully drunk. He's like, "All right, what about the last door? What's the last door?" And so the bartender goes, "All right, well, in there's 110-year-old lady. You got to have sex with her, and you got to bring her to orgasm." He's like, oh my gosh." He's like, "All right, well, never mind." And so a little while, bartender's like, "All right," keeps pushing drinks on him. And finally the guy's like, "All right, fuck it, whatever." And takes his $200 and he throws it into the tank. And he's like, goes through the first door. And goes in there and he's about to fight this big old guy, and he slips on a pool stick and falls, and then accidentally knocks one of the pool balls, and it shoots and it knocks the big guy in the head and knocks him out, and he falls to the ground. And somehow he knocked him out. He completed the first challenge. It was completely by accident, but he knocked him out. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, he did it!" And he knocked out the first, the big guy, just by circumstance. And then, oh, okay, you ready to go?
I'm back. Sharknado, Jaws, Sharknado, Jaws, Jaws. Is that everybody? We got 3 against. We got 3 against 2. Oh, fucking Mel's like, let him finish. I didn't interrupt him. I was just waiting. You got a story to finish?
No, I was just finishing my joke from last week.
Oh, did you not finish it?
No. We can finish it next week.
Yeah. Just continuous joke forever. Man. Did wifey vote?
No, wifey's probably passed out by now.
Wifey
watching my beautiful, wonderful children and keeping track of them while I'm out here talking about
2
movies.
Sharknadoes, 3 Jawses.
All right, fair enough.
Fair enough, man. Oh, dude, I was rooting for Sharknado deep down in my heart.
I was, but Jaws deserves to win. Not by a lot, but thank goodness. But Jaws deserves the win.
Oh, boy.
Because we would not have Sharknado if it were not for Jaws, let's be honest.
This is true. Gotta put one more point up here for Jaws. The winning death point. Boom.
Winning death point.
Death point.
Winning death point. Winning death point.
Fatality. All right. There it is, gang. The winner.
Indeed.
Woohoo! Yeah. The winner. All right.
Congrats, Jaws.
Congrats.
Still the champ.
Much earned, like well earned winner. Steven Spielberg movie, fantastic film. Again, this is a movie from the 70s, and I saw it in the movie theater.
Almost 50 years now, yeah.
I saw it in the movie theater and was thoroughly entertained, and like I didn't feel like, oh, I'm watching this old movie in the theater. I had a great time. It's a great movie. So, yeah, you earned it. Fantastic. If you've never seen Jaws, dude, what are you doing? Go watch Jaws. And it was fun. Hey, so let's talk about what we're doing next week. We've got a little thing happening. We've got Andor is coming soon, and the series Andor is coming soon. And to get ready for that, we're going to watch Rogue One. And we thought it only appropriate that Rogue One is basically a war espionage film, a war with the Resistance and all that. And so who are we putting Rogue One against, Curtis?
Well, we talked about a lot of things. We talked about Saving Private Ryan. That's a true story in World War II. You can compare the Empire very much to the Third Reich. And so we were kind of going down that road. But we wanted fiction versus fiction. We wanted a war story versus war story. So we decided to go Rogue One versus Inglourious Bastards. Both fun, war, just great movies.
Great movies. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to compare 2 movies that are completely different. You know what I mean? Completely different tones. They're different tones. Like Inglourious Bastards is mildly ridiculous. You know what I mean? But like,
True, but so is people choking people from across the room.
Yeah, but like Rogue One is a serious movie with like serious stakes, and that's what's so hard about it, because comparing
The beauty of this show, guys.
yeah, comparing a sci-fi.
Clint Baker is saying that Star Wars, that's a serious film. Glorious Bastards, that's kind of ridiculous.
No, but it is. If you watch the tone that they're going for, like Quentin Tarantino is going for it's a ridiculous tone. Now, if you break it down, you're like, we're talking about Nazis that really happened. Then you're like, yeah, and that's precisely why we're not doing it against something like that Schindler's List or Saving Private Ryan, because that's like insensitive to reality, where it's like it's just based on terrible events that happened, the worst events that ever happened in history. But like, we're basing this off of a ridiculous Quentin Tarantino movie that takes place during wartime. Then you have a space movie with aliens and like things that aren't real, but that are happening with an oppressive like government and a rebellion, and with people dying, and like this is like an it's fake universe with people dying in an intense way that people in the real world actually have. So that's what's really compelling about Rogue One. It's like, dude, this is an intense wartime movie, espionage movie. But it's Star Wars. But it's not. It doesn't have Ewoks. And then you have the crazy fun movie. It's so weird. It's like Jojo the Rabbit. It's like a silly movie taking place in World War II, which, you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's silly that it's amazing for directors to be able to make stories with using real events and make them not be serious movies. It's kind of crazy that they could pull that off. But anyway, it's gonna be exciting. It'll make for some fun conversation, and they're two excellent movies. If you haven't seen Inglourious Bastards, check it out this week. If you haven't seen Rogue One, one of my favorite, if it's definitely my favorite Star Wars since the original trilogy. So check that out, guys, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So it's Rogue One versus Inglourious Bastards next week. Curtis, as always, man, it's always fun hanging out with you on Friday. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you for having me, sir.
Hell yeah, and everybody in the chat, thank you for hanging with us as usual. And
love y'all.
Yeah, love you guys. I appreciate y'all putting up with our technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream. I was having some problems. I've got a couple of fixes that I'm gonna try next week where we hopefully we don't have a late start. Oh hell, I might just move the start to 8:15 instead of fumbling around. So expect that. So anyway, again, thank you guys. Here's a round of applause for y'all, because without you guys, we'd have nobody to talk to, and because we have no friends. And do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, all that good stuff, and we're gonna see you next week. So thanks again, and we will see you. And I'm not going to salute Curtis. I'm just going to give him the straight up point. I'll give him the point. You give the salute. But Jaws, champion of the water. And we'll see you guys soon.